They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Get ready for an unforgettable night at Ignite Lincoln 15. On September 14th, Rococo Theater will come alive with captivating stories from diverse voices that inspire change and spark connection. You'll hear from 12 passionate speakers, including our 5 nonprofit finalists, who are making a real impact. Be part of this remarkable event that celebrates the power of storytelling. Secure your spot now by purchasing tickets at ignitelincoln.org and join us in creating a brighter future together. Don't miss your chance to experience Ignite Lincoln 15, a night of inspiration, community, and possibility.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday night from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night at 7 p.m. for Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln East. Both the Knights and the Spartans look to bounce back after dropping their season openers in week 1. And you can hear all the action unfold with Jay breaking it down alongside me better than anybody else. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. from Seacrest Field, but pregame starts at 6:40 p.m. It's high school football and Friday Night Lights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting on September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Call today at 402-742-0140.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
There's a buzz in the air at Kansas. Maybe it's the roar of fans here at the track, or the anticipation of the playoffs as drivers fight to move on to the next round and keep their championship hopes alive. Maybe it's the pulse of the heartland, the thrill of speed, or the sounds of grills sizzling in the campgrounds. Whatever it is, it will be one memorable weekend. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 8th through the 10th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Welcome into the drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, right, Nick? It's Tuesday. Is that correct?
It is technically Tuesday. Feels like a Thursday. We have our first Thursday-like press conference coming up with Matt Rule later today, I should say, about 10:45 or so. And Raff, I already know what one of the questions is going to be, and what in the world is going on with Ari Gilbert?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I heard Jake report that as the early break guys were going off the air. That makes me kind of believe that they probably got bad news from the NCAA, maybe, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to speculate, but
I don't know about that. I mean,
really?
I think I don't know if that's if there's a direct correlation between that. Or a decision, but either way, whatever happens, whether it was a correlation or whether it isn't, we know that Ari Gilbert's been arrested, and probably more than likely, I think it's safe to say probably not going to be a part of Nebraska football going forward for at least the near future. We'll see what happens, and like I said, I'm sure Lincoln Police Department will release a statement within the next hour or so. Now that it's certainly being reported and confirmed and things like that. So then with that in mind, I'm sure that we'll find out, some more details in the next couple hours or so, especially from the head coach, Matt Rule. So once again, just disappointing, right? I think this is a guy, though, Raff, where he had 35 catches his freshman year, and since then, since 2021, has had just 2 catches his entire career. So I'm not trying to make it out to be like, oh yeah, this isn't a huge loss like this. Obviously, there's a lot of excitement around Ari Gilbert because of his size, because of the schools that he's been a part of. But also, we knew this somewhat going in, that there was a track record of off-field issues at times, and so maybe not to this extent necessarily, but here we are 2 days before the season begins, and he's been arrested, unfortunately.
Yeah. And this is probably something that Matt Rule probably did not want going into the first game. I mean, this is considered would be a distraction for him and the team. And I know that's, he's wanting to, travel up to Minneapolis, prepare for the game, everything goes smooth. And now you're going to have a bunch of questions, not focused on the game today, but you're going to have focused questions towards him. And I'm sure that's something that, he definitely did not want to face the day before the game, just an added distraction. But with Coach Rule, as well spoken as he is, and he'll he'll find his way around it. I have no doubt about that. But it's just upsetting that you have to deal with something like this a day before the game or 2 days before the game.
And that's the thing is Matt Rule is really good at, I don't want to say deflecting, but directing questions in a certain direction, if you will. He's very, very passionate about just talking about specific things that he wants to talk about during press conferences. I think he wants to control the press conferences as much as he can. And while he can't ask the questions, obviously that's up to the media, he can control how he answers them. And so part of that is, I imagine it would be something along the lines of he's going to provide an update and then that's all it's going to be. And he's going to say something along the lines of, I only want to talk about the guys that are in my locker room and the guys that are going to be playing against Minnesota on Thursday.
Yeah. And also too, maybe it was just some sort of mistake, so you're not sure, he was arrested. I get that, but maybe, until all the details come out. So, so we'll see what happens, but hopefully it'll just everything can work out for the best in some way, fashion, or manner. So we'll see how it plays out there.
Yeah, I just think we'll see what with Arik once again. 37 catches in his entire college career. 35 of those came his freshman year at LSU back in 2020. So now he's been arrested here in Lancaster County. Obviously, we're getting texts about it's on the site, it's on the website, it's on the the mugshot and all that stuff. But we'll once again hear from Matt Rule about 10:45. There's a volleyball day in Nebraska kind of press conference thing at 10 a.m. So plenty of news and notes coming out of Memorial Stadium this morning. So because Raff, we are just less. I mean, we're about 24 and a half hours away from getting things going with volleyball day in Nebraska.
So has he already down there camping out, or how's?
No, he's in the production studio.
Are you guys talking today?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought after that nasty text that he sent out, or the not text, but the Twitter or X, whatever they call that, his violent, just going all in on the Detroit Lions last night. I thought you guys were maybe tiffing.
I honestly forgot about it, but no, we're good. Rico and I this week with Husker football, we're sticking together. We're sticking together through thick and thin this week. So Rico and I are. I don't know if he can hear me, but we're sticking together through this one.
Yeah. So I'm wondering what time will he get down to volleyball day tomorrow? I mean, I heard Simple talking about some football games he gets to, way before they even know there's a game. I mean, does Rico get down there like 6 a.m. and wait for John Cook to roll in, or?
He was planning on getting down there at about 11, I believe, but that has now changed with some things that have come up, and he'll be up there about 1 or 1:15.
Okay, not too bad. I wonder too, John Cook, since it's outside game, does he coach with the cowboy hat on?
Probably not.
No, okay.
I have a feeling it's going to be kind of business as usual.
So back to suit and tie, or volleyball, I guess polo and black pants.
Polo and black pants or black jeans. Sometimes he'll wear black jeans or whatever. But I don't know. Like I think it's going to be interesting because they got to remember, although Omaha isn't a top 25 team, this is still a real game, and this still matters on the win-loss record. Yep. And as exciting and as intense and insane that this stadium is going to be tomorrow, you got to remember to take care of business, right? Because you don't want to, stuff for like the attendance, all the stuff prior to the match, great. But also you got to take care of business during the match, because you don't want to walk out of that match man, we set the record as a state, but we didn't win.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then you got to think that there's got to be, I mean, on both teams, but to play in front of this magnitude of a crowd, I mean, there's going to be some adjustment period going on, because I mean, they're used to playing inside, a basketball arena at most with like 15,000. You're going to be rolling into 91,000 deep. And I mean, just getting your sight lines and everything like that, it might take, I don't know, 10, 15 points just to get adjusted to the environment. I mean, it's going to be different. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, all right, Raffy, hey, what do we got coming up on the show today, my man?
Oh, we got we got to talk about some Ronald Acuna. I don't know if you saw that last night. Some of that. We got maybe some more Nebraska volleyball, some Nebraska football, and today's the day of NFL cuts. So there's going to be names dropping all day long today. So most teams still have about 30 guys apiece on each team that they got to cut. So we'll talk about that. So
all right,
we'll cover all that good stuff. And then we might have a phone call from the one and only Aaron Davis. We'll see how that plays out. He's at a sound check right now, but he said he might sneak a call in. So we'll see if that plays out. So.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess we will send it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
You've worked hard all year, sweating, building, providing. Labor Day is your day. Schaefer celebrates you this Labor Day. With the season kicking off, a new Samsung, LG, or Sony TV is just what you deserve. Top that off with up to $900 in savings on a new Serta mattress, and you will be all set for a winning combination. Schaefer's, local and family-owned since 1946.
Acres, your John Deere dealer, is offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023. Subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting on September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Call today at 402-742-0140.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com. Visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Get ready for an unforgettable night at Ignite Lincoln 15. On September 14th, Rococo Theater will come alive with captivating stories from diverse voices that inspire change and spark connection. You'll hear from 12 passionate speakers, including our 5 nonprofit finalists, who are making a real impact. Be part of this remarkable event that celebrates the power of storytelling. Secure your spot now by purchasing tickets at ignitelincoln.org and join us in creating a brighter future together. Don't miss your chance to experience Ignite Lincoln 15, a night of inspiration, community, and possibility.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy Labor Day. They are thankful for everyone in the workforce who makes this country great and celebrate a deserved day off to rest and reflect. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Blecker and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com. Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. We are Von Shepard days away from Nebraska football. We are Jeff Craigie days away from Nebraska football. Have you ever heard of Jeff Craigie before, Nick?
I have not.
All Big 8 safety, 1981 walk-on from Schuyler, Nebraska.
How about that?
Legendary number 2.
So, Raff, not to go back and talk about a subject we already discussed. More details regarding Arik Gilbert have been released. Lincoln Police Department say that Huskers tight end Arik Gilbert was arrested this morning for burglary at a liquor and vape shop. Value of items that were stolen was $1,672.07 and included a variety of vape products, Delta 8 cigars, and lighters. So there is the official word on Arik Gilbert. Once again, was arrested for burglary this morning at a local liquor and vape shop. Value of items that were stolen were $1,672.07.
Interesting. Yeah, and I was looking at the text line over the break. I know somebody made a comment about the waiver. All I said was maybe he had received bad news about the waiver. So I don't know why he was so upset at me for saying that. But I was just trying to think of reasons why that would put you in that mind state. Maybe not playing, getting an opportunity to play this year. A depressed state. So there's a lot of things, but it's just crazy to think that 2 days beforehand that I don't know, strange.
Well, I mean, I think the waiver was a long shot. I am not insinuating that he received. I don't want to do that. I think partially. I think the waiver, and I've said this in prior shows, so it's not me just saying this just now because he got arrested. Like,
Yeah.
I thought the waiver was a long shot this year, right? We've seen the NCAA has no method to the madness, and frankly, since we hadn't heard anything yet, and Nebraska season kicks off in 2 days, and as of last Friday, we still had not heard anything regarding the waiver. That told me that it was either going to go into to season where it was like finally in week 5, hey, by the way, Arik Gilbert, you can have your waiver. But then also, I mean, there's no method to the NCAA's madness. So
yeah, and you wonder, I mean, there's no excuse for what has happened, but just the mental state that you're put in, that not getting no answer from the NCAA, I can't imagine that. Here you come to a new state, you come to a new place, and you're like basically just waiting around, trying to figure out, what's going to happen. It's got to be, like I said, there's no excuse for what he did or allegedly did, but another fact is, the NCAA could have handled things so much differently. They could have, made things so much easier. They always talked about the mentals, of these young kids and keeping them in a good mental headspace and stuff like that. And then here the NCAA, everything they talked about how they want to help out, and they put these kids in these not bad situations, but you put them in these situations of not knowing. So I think the NCAA needs to be more clear and concise and, make decisions quicker instead of waiting, for so long.
So this comes from Mitch Sherman of The Athletic. He says, Nebraska tight end Arik Gilbert was arrested without incident shortly before 2 a.m. this morning at a liquor and vape shop in Lincoln. He was apprehended by officers while carrying a bag that contained $1,672 in vape products, Delta 8 cigars, and lighters. Now, here's a big part of it. The store was closed at the time. At the time of the officers arriving, a glass door had been shattered with cement chunks from the parking lot. Damage to the business was estimated at $650. So there you go.
Yep,
I just, and I'm honestly here. I'm with this texter. It says it really doesn't matter. There's no excuse, and I'm 100%.
No, I'm with that too.
I think there's two separate discussions here. There's the waiver discussion, and then I think there's this arrest discussion. In all honesty, because this is not, it's. I think part of it also, and this is speaking of the legal side of things. Matt Rule kind of stuck his neck out for Arik, and coaches, multiple coaches have stuck their neck out at Nebraska for Arik, and maybe that's part of what you do at Nebraska. When you're coaching a guy. But there's also been this track record, and we talked about it when he committed. There's this track record of him just struggling to find the field and struggling to finally get on the field because of off the field issues. And so does this come as a surprise? Maybe because it felt like throughout the entire offseason, things had been going pretty well other than just the waiver, where we can bring that into the conversation now. But it doesn't give any right to ever go and do something like this just because you're not going to get to play football this year.
Yeah. No, I get that. If you gotta, the consequences, like you said, there's no excuse for it, but it's just, I don't know. You think maybe if he knows he's playing and he doesn't, I don't know. It's you can't speak for the young man.
I was gonna say that's unfair, Raff. Like we can't sit here and say that he felt like he wasn't gonna play, so then he lashed. Like we can't say that. We can't sit here and I'm just like that. And
but
you're
just trying to think, what would like you just don't know. So it's a sad situation for him, and probably we won't see him in Nebraska. I would doubt, but you're not sure until Coach Rule speaks. So
yeah. So okay. So once again, that's kind of that's where we can leave it with Arik. I'm sure more information will come out, and Matt Rule is gonna probably mention things about it at 10:45 later this morning. So Raff, I guess Ronald Acuna now, not to just completely switch lanes. I know you wanted to discuss Ronald Acuna and fans storming the field to try to get a picture and get up to Ronald Acuna Jr. during a game last night, for that matter?
Just craziness. Some fan came out to take a selfie with Ronald Acuna, and the security guards came out to, because you can't do that in the middle of the game or between innings, and the security guards came out and talked to the guy. Well, then another guy came out and basically ran into him and knocked Acuna down. I mean, it was kind of a weird set of events going on there in Colorado last night.
Yeah, well, and Ronald Acuna, obviously, it was interesting because the guy was holding on to Ronald Acuna the entire time while the security guard was trying to pry him away from it. And I always wonder in those situations, I mean, what good do they think is going to come out of that? When you jump onto the field and you try to rush onto a player, I just always wonder whether it's like a streaker, obviously, or whether it's jumping in this situation where you go straight up to Ronald Acuna. We've seen it with Aaron Judge before with the New York Yankees. I always wonder, what do they think is going to happen out of this? I mean, you're probably going to get a potential ban from the stadium in the future, if not for the rest of your life. And you're not going to get. It's not like you're going to get an autograph out of storming the field and going up to Aaron Judge or Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yeah, and I don't understand it. And what's scary situation about that is how quickly the first guy got to him and basically was there, put his hand around him and standing there. You just never know. In today's world, it could have been anybody. So I think Major League Baseball has definitely got to take a better look if it means bringing in more security onto the fields, because that's a scary situation. Thankfully, nothing happened last night, but when you saw that second guy running in and then people falling down, it's just bad all around. So yeah, it's
so Raff, we got to do, when we come back with a little bit of history, we got to do our famous number twos, because we didn't open up the show with that earlier today.
All right.
So when we come back, we got to do famous number twos. Obviously from your day, and then also from my day as well. So we'll have to hit those as well as history on the other side here.
All right, sounds good. We'll send it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Okay, man, huddle up. Look, we're playing one of the best football teams in the country today, and quite frankly, we don't have a chance against these guys. Let's face it, we're going to get slaughtered out there. But the good news is that the Nebraska Lottery has scratch and lotto prizes that any one of us could win.
Yeah!
After the game, we're taking the team bus to the nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer to see if we can win big.
Let's go!
So let's get out there and lose with pride.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. This week, they have your tailgate and holiday barbecue needs. Enjoy all natural whole pork butt for just $1.69 per pound. USDA choice whole brisket for $3.99 per pound. And 30 packs of Busch Light for only $15.88 when you buy $4.01 in fresh meat. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn in Lincoln.
Get ready for an unforgettable night at Ignite Lincoln 15. On September 14th, Rococo Theater will come alive with captivating stories from diverse voices that inspire change and spark connection. You'll hear from 12 passionate speakers, including our 5 nonprofit finalists, who are making a real impact. Be part of this remarkable event that celebrates the power of storytelling. Secure your spot now by purchasing tickets at ignitelincoln.org and join us in creating a brighter future together. Don't miss your chance to experience Ignite Lincoln 15, a night of inspiration, community, and possibility.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard, increase security, and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their new lemon cream cheese on any bagel or breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Priced Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street-legal carts come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
Jay Foreman here. Join us on Thursday, August 31st for our pregame show for Nebraska against Minnesota at the Warhorse Casino in Southwest Lincoln. We'll go from 4 p.m. to kickoff at 7 p.m. with the whole ticket crew. Make sure to drop by and see us at the Warhorse Casino.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at MidwestBank.com. Member FDIC.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy Labor Day. They are thankful for everyone in the workforce who makes this country great and celebrate a deserved day off to rest and reflect. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialist here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care. Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to NovotnyNutritionandWellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
There's a buzz in the air at Kansas. Maybe it's the roar of fans here at the track, or the anticipation of the playoffs as drivers fight to move on to the next round and keep their championship hopes alive. Maybe it's the pulse of the heartland, the thrill of speed, or the sounds of grills sizzling in the campgrounds. Whatever it is, it will be one memorable weekend. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 8th through the 10th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com. Visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is 2 days away from Nebraska versus Minnesota in Minnesota, Thursday night. Famous number twos, Nick. Who do you got? Who do you have?
If this one might still have some salt in the wound for Husker fans. Adrian Martinez.
Adrian Martinez, 2 a.m.
in there. I'm trying to think of some other ones. For some reason, I thought Alonzo Moore switched to number two at one point in his career. I know he was 82, but for some reason, I thought that he was number 2 at some point. I may be incorrect on that. But either way, I mean, what are some from your day? Was Mickey Joseph number 2?
Mickey Joseph was number 2.
Number 2. So there you go. There's a couple right there.
TJ Hollowell,
Mm-hmm.
linebacker, number 2. Oh, text line, help us out. More number 2s. More number 2s. Oh no, he's 4. Or was Corey Dixon number 2?
That is don't know for sure.
Ooh,
Anyway,
Ross Pilkington, Courtney Grigsby, maybe.
Either way, Raff, we gotta play this song, so make sure we stay.
All right,
time.
make it happen.
Go ahead and play the song. You wanna say
Now punting.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much about biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
All right, everybody. History for today. Oh, Nick, do I have some history? On this day in 1969, Joe Pepitone. Ever heard of Joe Pepitone before?
Vaguely.
Played for the New York Yankees. He was fined $500 for leaving the bench. And guess what he decided to do after he was fined $500?
What's that?
He quit.
Hey, $500 back in what year did you say that was?
1969.
All right, that's a pretty hefty chunk of change. So
he quit. I'm out of here. Good game.
Decided to dip.
I'm done. Gotta go.
That's awesome. How about this? Willie Mays in 1965 set the NL record for home runs in a single month in August with 17 in a month. 17 home runs in the month of August in 1965 for Willie Mays, which is kind of, I mean, that's,
they play what, probably 20, 23, 24 games a month, 20, probably in that area.
I would say about 27, 28 nowadays.
Okay, so you had a good chance of seeing him hit a home run. So that's always a good thing. Always, I always remember.
There's a lot of baseball. Sorry to interrupt you, Raff. There's a lot of baseball on history right now. With obviously towards the end of the year, as we get a playoff push, a lot of records being established and being taken over by new owners at this part of the year.
Yeah. So you got, and then you had the records being broken, season records, and then also we had kind of an infamous day in history in 2012. The USADA claims to have, or they stripped 7 Tour de France titles away from Lance Armstrong, which I must say, like when Lance Armstrong was racing, it felt like the whole entire country was, watching. And now
Yeah.
it's like the Tour de France was on, I think, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And you don't hear much about the Tour de France anymore, especially in the United States.
Yeah, well, so what's crazy is actually the other day I was doing some trivia and just looking up some things, and it was what color does the leader in the Tour de France wear? And it's yellow. And the only reason I knew that is from Lance Armstrong.
Yeah.
It's from watching him do his thing. And so the Tour de France is in on July 23rd.
Gosh, that's crazy. I couldn't, you always had Lance Armstrong, like name a cyclist. Now you're like, name a cyclist. And I would draw a blank. You just don't even hear much really about the sport. Yeah. And I wonder how it is over like in France, if it's still as big as it is, or if the crowds are still as big, or if it's dropped off, as much over there, or if it's still as popular. I'd be interested to know that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Lance Armstrong, you just don't hear about anything else. How about this? 2018, Aaron Rodgers signs a 4-year contract extension on this day with the Green Bay Packers worth $134 million, with a record $103 million in guarantees.
It's amazing what has happened in 5 years with quarterbacks contracts.
It's skyrocketed. Just absolutely skyrocketed.
The running backs out there, they'd be all right with that contract right now. But man, quarterbacks, that's like a second string quarterback contract these days. Maybe not with the guaranteed money, but they're getting upwards, close to $20 million as a backup. So it's crazy right now with quarterbacks.
Once again, yes, we are aware once again that Arik Gilbert has been arrested on a burglary charge. Lincoln Police Department said he stole just a little over $1,600 worth of vape products, worth of Delta 8 cigars, lighters, and that he broke into the shop around 2 a.m. and the glass door was shattered with about $650 in damages. Was arrested without incident, as the Lincoln Police Department said. So, Lincoln, we hear from Matt Rule later today, 10:45 a.m., and I'm sure there will be discussions and questions regarding his involvement and the team, now going forward. So, Raff, 9:00 hour here. We got a lot of Husker football on the docket as Nebraska gets ready for Minnesota.
Oh yeah, we got talk some black shirts, talk everything Nebraska football when we come back at 9:00. So we will send it to break. This is the drive, 93.7 the ticket. Looks like the Broncos just released Ben DiNucci, their third string quarterback.
Ben DiNucci, guy from the Dallas Cowboys, started starting games for the Dallas Cowboys a few years ago, and I think he won his first game, but then kind of fell off.
So maybe he'll end up being on their practice squad, but we'll see how it all plays out for the Broncos. So we'll throw it to break. This is the drive, 93.7 the ticket.
You've worked hard all year, sweating, building, providing. Labor Day is your day. Schaefer celebrates you this Labor Day. To show our appreciation, Schaefer's has lowered the prices on Maytag and KitchenAid appliances. Save on energy-efficient refrigerators or Maytag laundry pairs, and reward yourself with interest-free financing. Schaefer's, local and family-owned since 1946.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Priced Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street-legal carts come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
You deserve the best. With a Liberty First MasterCard, you can pay down your high-rate debt and could save hundreds when you transfer the balance. The Liberty First Credit Union MasterCard has no balance transfer fees, no cash advance fees, and no annual fee. And with a fixed rate as low as 9.99% APR, and you choose rewards, you'll be able to manage your card your way. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Rates and terms are based on your credit and subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
There's a buzz in the air at Kansas as drivers fight to move on to the next round of the playoffs. NASCAR Playoffs weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 8th through the 10th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Okay, man, huddle up. Look, we're playing one of the best football teams in the country today, and quite frankly, we don't have a chance against these guys. Let's face it, we're going to get slaughtered out there. But the good news is that the Nebraska Lottery has scratch and lotto prizes that any one of us could win. Yeah! After the game, we're taking the team bus to the nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer to see if we can win big. Let's go! So let's get out there and lose with pride.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Acres, your John Deere dealer, is offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023, subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies. Some afternoon smoke and haze possible because of some pending wildfires. The white high should be around 89. Tonight we'll see partly cloudy skies and then hazy weather again. It will around 60, and tomorrow most sunny and hazy again. We'll see an afternoon high around 87. Meteorologist Cal 9.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
There's a buzz in the air at Kansas as drivers fight to move on to the next round of the playoffs. NASCAR Playoffs weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 8th through the 10th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Welcome into the Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, 2 days away from Nebraska football. We have black shirts. We have just the excitement. I see people starting to head to Minnesota. They're on Twitter or whatever it's called now. They're all making their way up to the game. So do you think, Nick, Nebraska have 15,000 there on Thursday night for fans?
I don't know about 15,000. I know they'll have a lot. They're going to be spread out throughout the gold out that they're having. I was listening to PJ Fleck's press conference yesterday, Raff, and it was from a couple days ago, but I was listening to it yesterday, and it always. I mean, first off, just from an observation point of view, PJ Fleck always wears a suit to his press conferences. And I mean, it's always, a tight fitting, custom suit that PJ Fleck was wearing, but nonetheless, he was discussing just how everybody's one of the conversations around Minnesota is that they're replacing a quarterback. Obviously, Ethan Kaliak-Manis had some time last year in 2022 when they needed to, replace Tanner Morgan, if you will. They replaced Mohamed Ibrahim. Trey Potts transfers from Minnesota to Penn State. They do return a sixth-year tight end in Brevin Spanford and then a seventh-year wide receiver in Chris Ottman-Bell. But PJ Fleck was talking about it yesterday, and this is where Matt Rule has discussed how PJ Fleck has a program, right? And we have this discussion at Nebraska, whether it's a new coach or whether it was 3 years into Scott Frost, of what Nebraska's program is like and what's their identity, right, if you will. And one thing that PJ Fleck said, it was right at the start of his press conference, was the narrative is that everybody says we're replacing a lot of talent, which is true, but nothing philosophically that we do is ever going to change, ever. And that kind of got my attention, if you will, because that basically illustrates this. You're going to buy into what we're teaching you, and we're going to do these things a specific way. Why? Because it's proven success, right? Yep. For them in the last 7 years that PJ Fleck has been their head coach, but also that there's a proven track record of, once again, finding wins in the Big Ten Conference when they do it the way they're operating their offense. Yep. And so as PJ Fleck said yesterday, once again, he's like, you can replace people and people are going to leave. And especially in this day and age of the transfer portal, people are going to come and go. But philosophically, whether we change coaches, whether we change coordinators, whether we change quarterbacks, nothing philosophically is ever going to change from what we do on offense. And so I thought that was interesting because here we find ourselves almost every single year ahead of Nebraska football going, all right, what's Nebraska going to do on offense this year? What's it going to look like, right? Whether it's with Casey Thompson, whether it's with Jeff Sims, whether it's with Logan or Adrian or whoever it was under center for Nebraska, it was always this question and never a concrete answer of what is Nebraska going to do on offense?
Yeah. That's like the $1 million question, I think, right now, is like what is going to be Nebraska's philosophy? And how will that play out as the years go on? Will it be like, PJ Fleck saying, hey, it's my system, we'll put the pieces into the system to make that system work. But then I also wonder, when PJ Fleck says that, if he had, like, say, a 5-star pocket passing quarterback throw the ball, would he make adjustments? If he was afforded, that type of player, or that. I always wonder about that. If a coach,
I think the conversation then would be, why is he recruiting somebody that maybe doesn't fit their scheme better, right? Because then you have this conversation of, all right, and we get so infatuated with stars, right? But does a 4-star guy that fits his system to a T provide better options for Minnesota and potential for Minnesota on offense than a 5-star, in your case, the pocket passer, right?
Yeah.
And because the likelihood of them getting somebody that doesn't fit their system, if they're getting wins, they're attracting the talent. Number one, they're attracting the stars, but also guys that fit their system really, really well.
Yeah, it always intrigues me. Could a certain player, make that change? Like, you always hear back to the old days. Barry Switzer, when he was recruiting Turner Gill, he was, telling Turner Gill, he's like, I will change my entire offense for you if you commit to Oklahoma. No more wishbone. We're switching on. We're going to go to the I formation if you come to Oklahoma. So you always wonder, when PJ Fleck says something like that, it's like, is there a player out there that could make him change? So
it's interesting when you look back at PJ Fleck's record here, because he started being a head coach back in 2013, entering his 11th year here, being a head coach. He's only coached at 2 places, though: Western Michigan for 4 years, where he had a 30-22 record, and Minnesota now entering his 7th year, and he'll be kicking that off on Thursday night. Now, what's interesting, so you look at Western Michigan, and in his first year, they go 1-11, and then 2 years back-to-back of 8-5 prior to a 13-1 win that finished them out in the Cotton Bowl. They lost that Cotton Bowl back in 2016, but finished 15th in the AP poll at Western Michigan, right? Then he gets the job at Minnesota in 2017, goes 5-7, 7-6, and then the big breakout year in 2019 of 11-2. After that, though, in the COVID year, you'll remember they went 3-4, but they had about 30 players at times on the sidelines with COVID, and they still beat Nebraska. Why? And I remember coming out of that game.
Why did you have to say that, Nick?
I remember coming out of that game going, how in the world did Nebraska lose to Minnesota when they were down 30 players? Why? It's exactly what PJ Fleck just said in his press conference a couple days ago, is that no matter who's in there, everybody that's a part of their team is going to buy into this. And he continued to use the word philosophical idea of what they want their offense to do, and their identity, if you will, right? Because the identity term and phrase gets thrown around so often nowadays in college football. And so then he goes 3-4 in that 2020 season, and then 2 now back-to-back seasons of 9-4. And it's just interesting, because he's been to 4 bowl games while at Minnesota and won all 4. He's finished in the AP poll, he's been in the AP poll for 3 of those years at Minnesota. He's put Minnesota into a true player in the Big Ten West, that is.
You wonder, too, with him, do you think Minnesota is his final destination, or do you think that he has his eyes on, going to something bigger sometime down the road?
I think he fits really well at Minnesota, right? I think, honestly, now obviously, money plays a factor in decision making and things like that, but I think when you look at PJ Fleck, he's going into his 7th year here. I don't know how high the expectation is at Minnesota necessarily, but sometimes at a place, if you're exceeding expectations by winning 9 or 10 games every year, then I think you stick around. I also think he's a pretty hot commodity in Minnesota, that is, to where people are pretty happy with him because he took this Minnesota team that struggled under the Tracy Clays. They struggled under the previous coaches, Jerry Kill at times, if you will, and now made him into something that they believe in, the whole row the boat thing. They believe in the ski-u-ma. They believe in all of that, all the oars in the water, if you will, with PJ Fleck. And so he's somewhat instilled this culture at Minnesota and rejuvenized Minnesota, who's one of the historical college football programs, not necessarily in terms of winning percentage, just one of the first ones to ever play. So at a really, really old, Minnesota football program. So, and he's found, it will be interesting though, we could turn this into a Big Ten conference discussion, Raff, because I'll be interested to see how like the Big Ten West teams shake out once divisions get scrapped.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. I and a lot of it, like even like Wisconsin, they're making, we just talked about PJ Fleck and he's sticking to his philosophies, but now you're looking at Wisconsin where they're making kind of a turn away from, that power running game. They're going to be more of a throwing squad. So it'll be interesting to see how that works for them. If that transition is something that's going to take them a little bit, or if they're able just to, move right through it and be successful right away.
Well, and I think Wisconsin sometimes gets a little bit of gets mischaracterized when people say they're going to completely switch over to a passing offense. If you look at Phil Longo's time at North Carolina, he had multiple talented running backs, one of those being Javonte Williams, by the way. And it was not like they did not run the ball at North Carolina. They also just have the last few years an NFL talent type of arm in Drake May. They had a really good wide receiver a few years ago, and Ryan Switzer at the college level. They've been just completely, really, really talented on offense. And we get so infatuated by this high flyer, the air raid type of offense from North Carolina, but it's not like their rushing offense was just by the wayside, or they just didn't rush it. It was not the Mark Whipple type of offense that we saw from Nebraska last year. It was completely different. So, and frankly, Wisconsin would be an idiot to completely abandon the run game and something that has proven so much success. And don't forget, you have multiple talented running backs in that backfield who Luke Fickell and Phil Longo inherit in Braylon Allen and Ches Malusi.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that watch, and even going back to Nebraska, it'll be fun just to see, just to watch the play calling, just to see, what their philosophy is going to be, because you really don't know what that philosophy will be until, basically until it's live action. So that'll be
I also think that Husker fans are somewhat cautious about what they hear in the press conferences from coaches on what they want to do on offense, because we've heard multiple times everything Nebraska fans want to hear on what Nebraska wants to do on offense. But then it comes to the game, or it comes into crunch time, and the bullets start flying, and it's not matching up. Actions are not matching up with what the words say. So, one interesting text here: 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln Hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Byron the Hog Farmer says, "Look at PJ Fleck's record against Big Ten teams. All of his wins are against teams in the middle to lower Big Ten." And Byron, you're correct on that. But also, look what that's gotten them. That's gotten them an 11-win season. That's gotten them four bowl games. Not even just 4 bowl wins, but just 4 bowl games. They've gotten, obviously, to become a discussion point in the Big Ten West for the division title. I think that's when you look back. And on the contrary, you look at Nebraska the last 5 years, and they might be able to squeak out a win against an Iowa or maybe a Wisconsin, but other than that, they're still losing games to Illinois. They're still losing games to Purdue. They've lost the last 4 to Minnesota, for that matter. You'll lose on the road to Michigan State. You'll lose against Indiana. Like there's situations to where, once again, it's like the old adage or the old mantra of control what you can control and take care of business. You got to figure out a way to just beat those middle of the road to lower, as you put it, Big Ten teams, and you're going to get 9 wins. And then maybe you catch a spark against Penn State, against a Michigan. Maybe you catch a spark against Ohio State, where you find yourself competitive in the fourth quarter. But for the most part, I mean, that's what PJ Fleck, that's what Brett Bielema's done. That's what even Jeff Brom at Purdue at times did last year, is they found ways to just continue to knock off the lower teams, the teams that they should have beaten. And maybe they find a spark against an Ohio State. Like that's what you need. That's what Nebraska needs to worry about. They need to worry about beating the Purdue and the Northwesterns of the Big Ten continuously and consistently before they can worry about knocking off a Michigan.
Yep. And then I was going to ask you too, Nick. We'll have to cover this with the AD also, but are we making predictions for this game on Thursday?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll make predictions on Thursday for it.
Okay. I was just checking because I was a guest on Adam Carricker's show yesterday, and he asked me for a prediction at the end of the interview, and I told him that I would have to hold off till I make that my prediction on the drive. But then I was like, "Ooh, are we making predictions?" Because I know that me and AD's predictions last year kind of fell through pretty hard. We were kind of eliminated after the first game, but so it'll be interesting to see our belief in the Huskers and our predictions this year.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Raff, go ahead and send us a break. What do we got coming up next, my man? What are we diving into for the listeners?
Oh, we got to talk some NFL football. Some NFL football stands for not for long. So, all right, we'll send it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Acres, your John Deere dealer, is offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023, subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
There's a buzz in the air at Kansas as drivers fight to move on to the next round of the playoffs. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 8th through the 10th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy Labor Day. They are thankful for everyone in the workforce who makes this country great and celebrate a deserved day off to rest and reflect. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore with the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate. Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Vershawn Jackson for Brant Excavating. Brant's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brant is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brant Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrantExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brant Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brant.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Lane's Cover Crop is your one-stop feed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Vershawn Jackson for Brant Excavating. Brant's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brant is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brant Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrantExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brant Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brant.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night at 7 p.m. for Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln East. Both the Knights and the Spartans look to bounce back after dropping their season openers in week 1. And you can hear all the action unfold with Jay breaking it down alongside me better than anybody else. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. from Seacrest Field, but pregame starts at 6:40 p.m. It's high school football on Friday Night Lights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Heartland International in Lincoln reminds us people today are facing more hardships than ever before. It's becoming all too common to hear that someone has become so desperate that they've taken their own life. People almost always warn those close to them that desperation is near. Be a shoulder to lean on and insist that they seek professional help. This message from Dennis and Penny Nunn at Heartland International in Lincoln, marketing quality products since 1974. Visit heartlandinternational.com. We're stronger when we help one another.
IT projects piling up again? Managing IT can definitely be frustrating. Whether you have an in-house IT department or you manage it yourself, let Hamilton be your experts. At Hamilton, we take the frustration out of your business tech issues with managed IT solutions. We specialize in co-managed and fully managed IT. Does your business need better managed IT? Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Florial's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together. Whether it's a family dinner, a date night, or a catch-up with old friends, Florial's is the perfect place to make special memories. All you have to do is visit florialsne.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. And get down there, Bess and the crew down there. They're amazing, great food, just great environment. And then we had some breaking news over the break, Nick.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Coach Zach Johnson has announced his Ryder Cup team.
Oh, really?
And he, I guess, surprised some people a little bit. They weren't sure whether he was going to select Brooks Koepka or not, but Brooks Koepka was a captain's pick. So he will be representing the United States. They were unsure whether Zach Johnson had said that he'd only really seen him only play 4 times this year because, of course, you know, he plays on the Live Tour. But he selected Brooks Koepka, and then he also made a captain's pick that was a little bit surprising, also just for the fact that he's been struggling so much this year. But Justin Thomas will be on the Ryder Cup team.
Wow.
JT makes it, and then you got the Yeah, they weren't sure if he was going to make the Ryder Cup team or not. And then the reemergence of the man, the myth, the legend, Ricky Fowler makes his return to the Ryder Cup.
I feel like Ricky's somewhat of a fan favorite, that people are happy to see him start to make a name for himself a little bit more now, you know, in recent months, that is.
So you got, let's see here, you got Colin Morikawa, Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler, Jordan Spieth, Sam Burns. And those were the captain's picks. And I'm trying to see. Yeah, so Justin Thomas, he selected. There were some other guys that definitely had better seasons this year, but Zach Johnson basically going with that experience. And you know, Justin Thomas has been pretty strong in all Ryder Cups, so hopefully he'll regain some of that magic. So that'll be fun. I believe that we'll be down at the I forgot the name. Help me, Nick.
Warhorse? Are you talking about the pregame?
No. The golf simulators.
Oh, Double Eagle Golf.
Double Eagle. I'm so sorry. They're gonna hate me forever. I was thinking Kinetic, and I knew that was where it's at, but
yeah.
So Double Eagle Golf. So rumor on the road is we might be down there. So we'll see what happens there. So it'd be awesome to get back down there and see them.
Which, by the way, 4 to 7 on Thursday will be live from Warhorse Casino. Since I did mention it, I want to make sure people once again are. So come on down, say hello. Nebraska, Minnesota. You can head over to the Warhorse Sportsbook as well. That's there, and place your bets on Minnesota at Nebraska, or excuse me, Nebraska at Minnesota rather. You can do that. You can take care of that. You can say hello once again. Hang out with us as well, as we're there 4 to 7 p.m. on Thursday prior to kickoff. And then so all right, Raff, we haven't been able to talk a whole lot about the Trey Lance stuff, right? Because Trey Lance gets dealt to Dallas for a 4th round pick. I don't see how this is a threat to Dak, though.
No.
Is that weird of me to say that I don't see I see Trey and the connection with Dallas as a let him develop in the system, if you will, as even he might not even be the backup at this time, but figure out he's not played a whole lot of football.
Yeah.
He's played 1 year at North Dakota State and played 4 games in the NFL. And in some of those games, it was simply just certain packages. I remember the 49ers, whenever they got inside the 10-yard line, they would bring him in for Jimmy Garoppolo because it provided more of a running threat from the quarterback position. And so they had certain packages for Trey Lance, but the guy hasn't played a whole lot of football. And frankly, if you're the Cowboys, just because he was the number 3 overall pick a few years back doesn't mean he's ready to go and compete with Dak or even be, breathing down the neck of Dak Prescott, who, by the way, you just paid a couple years ago.
Yeah, I don't think that was one bit the plan for him to be any competition for Dak Prescott. I believe Dak Prescott is the quarterback for the Cowboys for probably the distant future.
Yes.
Pete Ferguson would probably think the same. I think what Dak Prescott was brought in for, and if you can get him some good coaching and get a chance to just learn from Dak, but he is going to be a very big insurance policy for if anything happens to Dak Prescott, if there's an injury or something like that. And it's been seen like there's all these quarterback injuries. If you have a good number 2 quarterback or a solid number 2 quarterback, that keeps your team competitive. And I just think that Jerry Jones and the crew down there just saw that they had an opportunity to get a quarterback with like just crazy amount of, he's got every, talent, running. He's got a strong arm. Now it's just a matter of just honing those skills. I think that's going to give him a chance where he can sit back behind Dak and learn from them down there. And then when the time comes, if they need him in an emergency situation or a backup, that's where I think why they made that trade for him.
Well, I think also part of it, and this is why I don't think that he's going to be breathing down the neck of Dak. They have a guy in Cooper Rush who played I believe 5 games in 2021, and he played in a good amount of games last year and in 2021. He had a 4-1 record when he was a starter in 2022 last year. They have him on a 2-year, $6 million deal. This is Cooper Rush that we're discussing. There's no reason to, just because the former number 3 overall pick comes in, who, mind you, hasn't played a whole lot of football, been injured, things like that. Just because he comes in doesn't mean that Cooper Rush gets thrown to the wayside. As we've seen now, there's benefits though, because since NFL teams are able to handle and hold 3 quarterbacks on their roster, this is why it's maybe beneficial to bring in a guy like Trey Lance, who we talked about it, doesn't have a whole lot of experience, doesn't have a whole lot of stats to back him up, but has a lot of upside. There's a lot of potential with Trey Lance if they can figure out a way to make, and maybe they have something similar to where the 49ers want to present this like running element at quarterback. But once again, they have a guy in Cooper Rush who has won 5 of the games that he started, while Dak has also missed a chunk of time the last couple of years. But they have a guy in Cooper Rush who went 4-1 as a starting quarterback last year in the 5 games that he started.
Yeah, and it's interesting too. If it was any other time for the 49ers, if they didn't have Brock Purdy, John Lynch would be feeling so much heat right now from the fans for, making that trade and then not basically getting anything out of him, but being that they have, the 199th pick in the draft that's came out and played some good football for him. I don't think he's feeling quite the heat that, other GMs might have felt at this time, being that they traded so much to move up to get Trey Lance and then basically get nothing out of him. So it'll be interesting to see how history looks back on this, looking back on it in 5 or 6 years.
Well, and frankly, I mean, if you're the 49ers here, the way I view this is you traded Trey Lance when you kind of had to. You didn't really let it run its course. I think there's this narrative out there that for the 49ers kind of like let it, they let it run its course. I actually disagree with that. I think you kind of just, forget about the injury and you kind of just nullify that 1 year. And outside of that, they were heart set on Jimmy Garoppolo in Trey Lance's rookie year. They had him sit down. They had Trey Lance sit on the bench his rookie year behind Jimmy Garoppolo. And then it's like, here they are. Brock Purdy comes in and takes them to the playoffs and probably is a little more competitive in their playoff game last year if Brock Purdy's not injured. But now they obviously anoint Brock Purdy the QB1. They have Their QB2 already settled as well, and it's not Trey Lance. And so here they are, though, they do get value. They get value. And frankly, it's better than the Cardinals, who just got a 7th-round pick for their 1st-round pick a couple years ago, who had a lot more production than Trey Lance ever has. I mean, Isaiah Simmons gets traded from the Cardinals to I'm blanking on where he went. Was it to the Giants? I can't remember. I'm blanking on where Isaiah Simmons got traded to, but nonetheless, Isaiah Simmons gets dealt for just a 7th-round pick, and this guy had 100 plus tackles his last 2 years, each year. So
what is going on with the Cardinals?
Are they tanking?
But what are they tanking for? I'm not sure. I guess they're tanking maybe for Caleb Williams, but they got Kyler Murray, who just signed a huge contract. I mean, they're confusing. Like if I'm a fan for the Cardinals right now, I'm not sure what to think, because here you had Colt McCoy, who is their starter all throughout camp. So then I think they got to decide today on Kyler Murray if they keep him on the PUP list, which it sounds like they're going to do. He's going to miss the first 4 games of the year. And now you've got Colt McCoy, who they released yesterday. So your starting quarterback going into this year is either going to be Josh Dobbs or Clayton Tune.
Jeez.
So I don't try to understand it.
I was correct. Isaiah Simmons did get traded to the Giants, but once again, I mean, you look and it's just a player who has been pretty productive for the Cardinals. I think he had 99 tackles last year, 105 tackles the year before for the Cardinals on defense, and he gets dealt for a 7th-round pick to the New York Giants, who the Giants are sneaky interesting with some talent, right? People forget that they've added Darren Waller, right? If they get Wan'Dale Robinson back healthy, Saquon Barkley is once again healthy after a good season last year in 2022. Daniel Jones is making $40 million per year, so he better perform up to that expectation.
Yeah.
So that the New York Giants are somewhat interesting because they have a lot of talented names like a Darren Waller, right, and stuff. So we'll see. Jalen Hyatt's also a rookie from Tennessee who the Giants drafted this last year, and so we'll see kind of how
NFC East is going to be. It's going to be a good division. I mean, you Redskins or Commanders, Cowboys, Eagles, and then you got the Giants, of course. I mean, it's going to be a fun division because the Commanders, that they feel like Rivera feels like Sam Howell's ready to go. Like they're looking at a potential playoffs with him. So it's going to be a fun division to watch.
Yeah. So Sam Howell in Washington, we just got a couple weeks till NFL season begins. So
I'm ready.
All matters. It all starts not this Thursday, but the following Thursday with the Lions at the Chiefs.
Yeah, we were supposed to be there.
Yep, that's all right. I'll happily go to Boulder instead. So, all right, Raff, we got one more segment left, my man. We got Raff's Good Take coming up next.
Oh, yeah. All right, this is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore with the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Lane's Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Heartland International in Lincoln reminds us people today are facing more hardships than ever before. It's becoming all too common to hear that someone has become so desperate that they've taken their own life. People almost always warn those close to them that desperation is near. Be a shoulder to lean on and insist that they seek professional help. This message from Dennis and Penny Nunn at Heartland International in Lincoln, marketing quality products since 1974. Visit heartlandinternational.com. We're stronger when we help one another.
IT projects piling up again? Managing IT can definitely be frustrating. Whether you have an in-house IT department or you manage it yourself, let Hamilton be your experts. At Hamilton, we take the frustration out of your business tech issues with managed IT solutions. We specialize in co-managed and fully managed IT. Does your business need better managed IT? Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel Fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
Acres, your John Deere dealers, offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023, subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bearschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bearschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM-certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Beef, Yours Cheese Bread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Jay Foreman here. Join us on Thursday, August 31st for our pregame show for Nebraska against Minnesota at the Warhorse Casino in Southwest Lincoln. We'll go from 4 p.m. to kickoff at 7 p.m. with the whole ticket crew. Make sure to drop by and see us at the Warhorse Casino.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This show is proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom. And then I got all the names of the Ryder Cup. You got the automatic qualifiers, Scotty Scheffler, Wyndham Clark, Brian Harmon, Patrick Cantlay, Max Homa, and Xander Schauffele. And then the captain's picks, Jordan Spieth, Brooks Koepka, Colin Morikawa, Sam Burns, Ricky Fowler, and Justin Thomas. So that is your 2023 Ryder Cup team selected by Captain Zach Johnson.
There you go. Raff, just to kind of put a recap on the show, once again, we'll hear from Matt Rule in about less than an hour now at 10:45 or so. We're also going to hear from Husker volleyball members here around 10 a.m. as they get ready for volleyball day in Nebraska. But regarding Husker football, obviously, Arik Gilbert has been arrested and on a burglary charge for stealing $1,600+ in vape and Delta 8 cigars, lighters, stuff like that from a local liquor and vape shop here in Lincoln. The store was closed when this all happened, according to the report from Lincoln Police Department. At around 2 a.m., there was a door that was shattered, and Arik Gilbert was arrested later in the morning. So now I guess what that means for Nebraska football, not that Arik Gilbert had heard back on his waiver or such, but now we look at that tight end room and we operate under this assumption that Arik Gilbert will not be available for the foreseeable future for Nebraska. And it's still, once again, similar bodies in that room, Nate Borkacher and Thomas Fedoni. You just hope that a guy like Thomas Fedoni can really stay healthy, and Nate Borkacher can also help out as once again, Nate Borkacher, by the way, the number one guy on the depth chart over the weekend. It was listed as an or, I suppose. So both of those guys, 1A, 1B options, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be. And then I think you got John Goodwin that's still there too, and I know there's a couple other guys that maybe haven't seen the field as much, but hopefully they're able to step up, because you've got to think that if they want to run some of that two tight end formations and stuff like that, you're probably going to need probably four tight ends, serviceable tight ends for you.
Yeah. And unnamed texter asks, I get that the Gilbert news is bad, but the team was operating without him as it was. So is it even a loss? I think part of it is a loss, because the NCAA can make decisions, as the season is going on regarding the waiver and whether or not he's eligible to play. And that was strictly because of transfer rules. Now you bring in legal stuff into it, and it gets a lot messier, a lot hairier, if you will. And so now I guess it's a loss, number one, for Arik Gilbert. He misses out on a lot of practice reps because he wasn't cleared to play in a game, he's still available to practice for Nebraska. So that helps out not only Nebraska in certain situations, but also Arik Gilbert for if his number is called eventually by the NCAA and approved or denied, whatever it may be, he's ready to go if he's eligible to play in a game. I think also looking ahead, this is a guy that was a really, really intriguing body type for Nebraska and for a lot of teams, right? And Nebraska fans gravitated towards the idea that he was at LSU, where he caught 35 passes in just 8 games back in 2020. But then he left and went to Georgia, where he only caught 2 over the course of 3 years. And so you just hope that now you get the legal stuff figured out, and we'll see where we go from now on. But
at the end of the day, too, football secondary, it's this young man, hopefully he can, get everything taken care of, the legal issues, and, and that's the key thing at the end of the day.
So once again, I just reporting that we'll hear from Matt Rule at 10:45 this morning, and I don't expect to hear a whole lot or get a whole lot of answers. Not that we really need to, but I'm sure Matt Rule will give an official comment on it here later this morning. So yeah, from a reps takings situation standpoint, Arik Gilbert will miss out on a lot of practice reps just to get him ready in case the NCAA would have made a decision to accept or approve or deny his waiver, whatever it may be. All right, Raff, ready for a little RGT action here?
I'm ready. Bring it.
It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take right now.
All right. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to all those players in the NFL that are going to get that knock or that tap on their shoulder to go up to the coach's office and let them know that their dream of playing for that NFL team is going to come to an end. Just wanted to, just commend all those players, for having that dream and trying to go after it, and also letting them know that they've got other opportunities now. There's really a good time in professional football to where you've got the USFL and you've got the Rocks League. You've got other places. And then there's also, hopefully you put out enough tape out there to where maybe another team will take a look at you. But my Raff's Good Take goes out to them because it's, to them and their families, because not knowing where you're going to be at tomorrow, that's a crazy world you live in. But that's my Raff's Good Take.
All right, we got about a minute left here in the show. The guys from the Captain Show will be out there. They're going an extra half hour today, so they're going to go till 12:30. They're actually out at Southeast Community College. A lot of good content and interviews, conversations coming your guys' way from Southeast Community College. It's going to be a busy couple of days here at the station, as obviously we're at Southeast Community College today. A lot of volleyball day in Nebraska stuff tomorrow, and then pregame and postgame shows on Thursday, surrounded by, with the Husker football game against the Golden Gophers in the middle there.
And I think Southeast Community College, didn't they just get a new mascot? I think
they sure did. They sure did. So, Raff, we got about 20 seconds left here, my man.
All right, everybody. Have a great day. Smile. Be nice to somebody. And we will talk to you tomorrow. And we'll only be one day away from Nebraska football. Have a great day, everyone.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings